What's up guys, it's Neonate with another Settlers of Catan gameplay. I'm making these videos to help you be a better Catan player and beat all your friends at home. Looks like I'm in the third position with blue going first. Let's take a look at the board. As you know, the first thing that I look at is where the ores. In this particular board, the ores are relatively low producing with the 3, 11, and 12 spots. So this is going to be an interesting game. The second thing that I look at is the production. What are the highest producing spots? And a third thing that I try to focus on in placing my initial settlements is getting all 5 resources. And probably the last consideration I think about is where the ports. And that consideration is actually going to be more important in this game since ore is so low. And in particular, I'm seeing this cluster of sheep at the bottom. I'm seeing a bunch of woods, so the sheep and the wood ports could be useful, and the cluster of wheat there in the middle could make that wheat port useful. Blue takes the 3, 4, 8. Orange takes the 4, 6, 11. I'm going third, and as you may know, I counsel when you go third to take the most difficult to get resource or the rarest resource. I don't think the ores are just too low to really be super concerned with. So I think this brick spot, this 4 is going to be critical. And so getting next to that is going to be important. So that's why I'm looking at this 3, 4, 8. There's plenty of wheat and wood and sheep. And so there's not a real urgent reason to get next to those. But brick, this is probably the only, with that 5 brick in the corner next to the desert, this is probably the only reasonable brick spot. So I'm thinking about taking this, and I think it gives me flexibility to either go the 5, 9, 10 next and go towards that wood port, or potentially, the 3, 6, 9 or the 2, 6, 9 and go for the sheep port. So that's why, going third, you want to lock up the rare resource because it gives you more options depending on what the last player decides to do. And that spot is worth 10 points. White takes the 8, 10. That's an interesting move, worth 8 points. Looks like she wanted to get wood and brick. I think she realized the scarcity of brick on this board. And then she takes the 5, 9, 12, worth 9 points, and she's probably going to head towards that wood port. So she is missing sheep. She has very low ore, but has good wood and brick, and heading towards that wood port. So since she's kind of staked her claim on the wood port, I think I'm forced to take this sheep port. So I'm considering either this 2, 6, 9, which will basically lock up the port. That spot is worth 10 points. Alternatively, 3, 6, 9, it's higher producing. That's worth 11 points. And it gets me some ore, which I do like, but it leaves open someone to really screw me if they go on the 2, 6. And, with, a 6 and a 9 and an 8 producing sheep and not getting to that sheep port, that would be disastrous. So I think based on that, I'm going to choose a lower producing spot without ore, really staking my claim on this sheep port. So my total production right now is 20 points. And it's all about the sheep port. And, generally I don't recommend to folks to pursue this quote unquote monopolize a resource strategy. It's pretty tough to win. This board is probably the board to do it on. And I happen to get some very good spots producing sheep. Sheep is probably the resource to do it on also because nobody wants sheep. People tend not to steal from you as much, whereas if you were on a brick port and you're trying to monopolize brick, everyone's going to be stealing from you all game long. Blue takes the 5, 6, 11, worth 11 points, all wheat. Orange took the 4, 5, 10, which is worth 10 points. And orange makes a move towards that 4, 9, 11, which is a great spot, worth 9 points. And will get her the sheep that she needs. So at this stage of the game, I'm just going to try to really get to that sheep port as soon as I can. You know, there is also the option to go towards this 810 to get additional wheat, and that's a better spot, right? That's production wise, that's worth 8 points. This sheep port is only worth 1 point, but I think I value the flexibility of the sheep port much more than the higher production of the 810. I really want to turn all my 2s, 6s, 9s, and 8s into, you know, usable resources. So in terms of assessing the players, I'm at 20 points, as I said. You know, I've got a little bit of wood and brick, but I think blue and white have a much better chance of taking road. So I'm probably going to try to take army if possible. White, you know, has 9 plus 8, so 17 points. No sheep. Probably going to go for road. Blue has 21 points, no sheep, a ton of wheat. And his problem is he's not really able to get to a port very easily. And even if he got to the closest port he's close to is the ore port, he's a bit far away from that 3-1 port at the top. So he's probably going to have a tough game. A little bit unclear what he could go for, maybe road with his strong wood brick. And he's at 21 points. Orange makes perhaps a defensive move to keep her 4-9-11. Meanwhile, I have the resources now to build. I try to trade even if I have what I need. It's easier to trade before you build, and I'm able to build on that sheep port. So that's definitely a big step for me. White rolls a 7 and puts it on the 6 wheat. Probably doesn't see me as a huge threat, or probably doesn't want sheep. Okay, so blue makes 2 steps towards that ore port, and that spot will also help him get sheep, which he doesn't have. So at this stage, I'm at 3 points. I'm thinking about buying development cards just to keep the robber off of me. In the best case, I can upgrade this 269 to a city. That would be golden. And getting to that 810 would be nice. Orange rolls a 4. That gives her a road every time a 4 rolls, and she builds a settlement on that 4-9-11. Great spot. I roll a 3. Let's see if I can get an ore out of blue, who just got an ore. Doesn't look like it. But I can get a wheat out of him, since he's getting plenty of wheat. So I'm going to trade in my sheep for an ore and buy a development card. And I'll take a step towards that 810. 5's rolled. White looking for wood, which is odd. Offering sheep, which is also odd. I guess he really wants to build on that brick port. Blue wants a brick. Orange rolls a 7. Puts it on that 8 brick. I don't have to use my robber. I can't do anything, so I pass. White rolls a 7. Puts it on that 6. Fives rolled, which gives everybody else wheat. 4's rolled, gives wood and brick. Wow, orange upgrades, so she's at 4 points. That's very strong. An 8 is rolled. Okay, let me see if I can trade for stuff that I don't have, which is wheat and ore. Doesn't look like there's any love, so I'm going to stick to my plan, which is try to upgrade, and now orange is a big threat, and so I like that. I like folks not really paying attention to me. Oops, maybe I spoke too soon. I throw up a question mark. White, dude, why'd you steal from me? I think she probably wanted my sheep, that's why. So white is at 3 points. And 8 is rolled. Blue builds on that 3/6, which is worth 7 points, and gets him the sheep that he needs. Orange rolls another 4 and builds towards that 3/1 port. So I'm going to use my knight, get it off of me. Let's block everybody. Let's pay white back the favor, even though we should all be going after orange. A 6 is rolled, so that gives me sheep. Let me see if anybody will give me what I need for a city. That's what I'd like to do. Yeah, but if not, I'll settle for a settlement. And because I have 6 cards, I think I'm just going to buy a development card. Because I think my long-term goal is to take largest army. So I just got to make sure orange doesn't run away with it. Blue rolls a 7, puts it on the 4, steals from orange. He extends his road a little bit. Probably going to head towards that 3/1 port, which is a good idea. I'm going to use my second knight, get it off of me. Let's go after orange. I roll a 3, so blue just got a couple ores. Let's see if he can part with one of those. Doesn't look like he will, so I may have to just upgrade here. Not exactly what I'd prefer to upgrade the 269 like I said before, but that spot's worth 8 points. I think it's fine to take it if you've got the cards in your hand for it. Blue puts it back on the 4. He's looking for another ore, looking for brick. He's obviously trying to upgrade. Orange rolls a 7. Uh-oh. Going straight after me. Probably sees that I'm a threat. Eight is rolled, giving me sheep. A 10, giving me wheat. Blue looking for ore. Nobody's got ore, buddy, but you. Another 10 is rolled. I'm getting ready to throw out a "you're too far ahead to trade with." Uh-oh, but it looks like she's not looking to trade. Orange takes long road, so she's at 6 points, a huge threat. So I'm going to block her and steal from her. I'm going to see if anybody will trade me an ore. I don't think so, since blue was just looking for it a second ago. So let's follow the plan. Now all the heat's on orange. Now it's time for me to upgrade. I'm going to have to get there slowly by trading in sheeps 2 at a time to get 3 ores. White looking for ore as well, offering 2 woods. Another 6 is rolled. Blue looking for ore and wood, gets the wood, extends his road to head towards that 3/1 port. Orange rolls a 6. I roll another 6. Okay, so I've got enough to build a city at this point. I'm pretty sure everybody wants to keep their ores. There's just not enough ore production. So I'm going to upgrade. And by upgrading this 269, I'm really kind of a juggernaut. You know, I get 2 sheeps on 8, 6, and 9, and 3 sheeps on a 2. White upgrades. Blue rolls a 12. He's still looking for ore. Orange rolls an 8. So I'm 1 knight away from army. So really I have 7 points. I'm gonna steal from orange. Gotta do whatever I can to stop her. Buy development card. I got my 3rd knight, so that's good. I guess my next objective is to upgrade the 348 if I can. That's gonna have the biggest bang for the buck. Blue finally upgrades. And just in time for another 3 to hit, so he's got 3 ores. 4 rolls, so that gives orange 2 roads. That's tough. Let me see if somebody will trade me a wheat. Ooh, I don't know if I want to trade with orange. I'm a little too scared of her. So I'm just going to use up these roads to keep my hand reasonably sized and, you know, make potentially build on the 510, though it's not super important to me. And who knows, I have a, you know, outside chance of connecting my roads. Another 4, yuck, giving orange another 2 roads. Yuck. Blue builds on the 3-1. Still don't really see him as a threat though, since he's not really going for road or army. Orange builds on that 3-1. I'm gonna throw out a nicely played just to kind of get everybody to focus on her, and oh my gosh, she builds another one. So she's at 8 points. 10 rolls. Okay, so let me see if I can just build on this 510. I really don't want to trade with orange. I think I don't have enough to upgrade unless someone trades me a wheat. So I may just buy development cards. Just try to mix it up. Well, I guess I'm so far behind that I'm gonna just try to upgrade. Everyone should be stealing from orange, so I should be safe because I have 5 points, though I'm easily at 7, and orange is at 8 showing, so I think you gotta go after her. White puts it on the 6. Goes after orange. Trades brick in for wheat. That's interesting. 5 is rolled. 6 is rolled. Okay, so I think I've got what I need to upgrade. Let's just check to see if anyone will trade first. So let's go ahead and upgrade that 348, which is huge. So I'm at 6 points, easily 8. White upgrades. Another 4. Eugh. And blue upgrades. Another 4. Eugh. So, I don't know. Orange is very likely to keep a long road. Okay, she trades in for ore. She upgrades, so she's at 9 points. And she extends her road by 1. Okay, so 4 rolls. Wow. So I wonder if I can get folks to trade me wood, then I can connect my roads. And I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'll take long road. Because right now orange is at 7, 8. If she connects, she'd be at 8, 9, 10. So wow, blue does that trade. I'll be able to connect my roads. Gets me to 10 roads. Use my 3rd knight for largest army, and that's the win. So obviously in this game, I utilized a, quote unquote port strategy. I was on a lot of sheep and I got to the sheep port. This is a strategy I actually don't recommend to folks. It doesn't work a lot of the times. And I think things were lined up for me because I was on the 6 and the 8 and the 9, which were awesome numbers. There are three pieces of advice that I would give if you are trying to do this port strategy. Number one, sheep is probably the best resource to do it on, just because nobody really wants your sheep, and so people are less inclined to block your sheep. Whereas if you were on ore or brick, good luck. They're going to be blocking you all game. The second important point is get to that port ASAP. I mean, I could have gone to the 810, but I chose instead to get to that sheep port right away. You need to be able to convert all those sheep to other things that you need. That really frees up your game. And the third point is upgrade to cities when you can. Don't just build a bunch of settlements. That's, you need to increase your production rapidly, and building cities is the best way to do that. Ultimately, that let me steal Long Road away from Orange and win the game. So hope you like the game. Thanks, guys.